Welcome back to Headlines. It is Wednesday, October 30th. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. Kamala Harris was asked about President Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. We actually have video of that. And also the White House tried to spin it, which is kind of fun. A new report shows that Facebook executives suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story to curry favor with the Biden-Harris administration. A Democratic representative says on CNN that she'll get tossed in an internment camp if Trump wins. And President Biden says that he wants to take the pro-Trump comedian who made the Puerto Rico joke, he wants to take him out for a swim. We have a video clip of Kamala Harris commenting on what some people are calling garbage gate. Okay, I'm the only one calling it garbage gate, but I really want to make that thing stick. With the election just days away, President Biden found himself in some hot water after calling Trump supporters garbage. I remember back in the day when things were a lot more civil, and the worst that they would call Trump supporters was a basket of deplorables. The White House has been scrambling, trying to convince everyone that Biden didn't call Trump supporters garbage, that it was just a punctuation problem. Here's the clip. You can decide.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Seems pretty clear to me and you and everyone else that's seen it. But the White House is claiming that instead of supporters with just an S in a plural sense, what Biden meant was supporters with an apostrophe S, so like having more of a garbage rhetoric in the possessive.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters.
Well, maybe if there wasn't video evidence, you could try to blame it on punctuation. But unless Biden's lips are running Microsoft Word, that excuse just isn't going to cut it. Maybe Biden's team should have just blamed it on autocorrect. At least that's a plausible excuse. First, they blame Biden's insult on a missing apostrophe. Next, they'll be blaming Kamala's regional accents on the Oxford comma. Reporters did track down Kamala Harris and they asked her about garbage gate. Am I trying too hard to make that happen? Anyway, a reporter specifically asked Kamala Harris, do you sympathize with any voters who do feel offended by or insulted by the garbage comment? Here's her answer.
Do you sympathize with any voters who do feel offended by or insulted by the garbage comment?
I am running for president of the United States. I will be traveling to 3 states today.
What kind of an answer is that? When someone asks you if you sympathize with any voters who were offended because they were called garbage, the answer is easy. You simply say, I was raised in the middle class. A new congressional report shows that Facebook executives suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story to gain favor with the Biden-Harris administration. The Facebook Election Interference Division really outdid themselves with that one. The FBI warned major tech companies like Facebook that Russian agents were planning to release fake information about Hunter Biden's laptop right before the New York Post reported it in 2020. Once the story came out, Facebook executives discussed limiting the spread of the story on their platform, thinking it would please the incoming Biden administration. The new congressional report includes quotes from Facebook employees discussing the Hunter Biden laptop story. The then Vice President of Global Affairs said this, obviously, our calls on this could color the way an incoming Biden administration views us more than almost anything else. Good point. Why let democracy get in the way of a perfectly smooth transition? And another Facebook employee wrote, when we get hauled up to Capitol Hill to testify why we influenced the 2020 elections, we can say we have been meeting for years with the U.S. government to plan for it. Facebook employees joking about election interference. That's like a chef joking about food poisoning. Election interference is just another day at the office. These are jokes. Election interference jokes are funny, unless you post them to Facebook, and then they'll get taken down and your account will be suspended. The FBI warned Facebook about fake Hunter Biden stories, and Facebook's response was to hide the real story. It's like locking your front door to keep burglars out and then tossing your valuables out the window. Democratic Representative Debbie Dingle was on CNN being interviewed by Jake Tapper when she claimed that if Trump wins the election, he's going to start putting people in internment camps. In this clip, watch how skeptical Jake Tapper is.
Muslims, and he wants to start internment camps. And that's what we are busy talking to every voter. He's telling you what he's going to do. Believe him.
Internment camps?
Jake Tapper's expression said it all. It's the same look you give your uncle when he brings up Bigfoot at Thanksgiving. Look, you know you've gone too far when a host on CNN looks at you like your anti-Trump fear-mongering is even too much for them. I mean, Tapper says, internment camps? He's giving Dingle an out with a strong suggestion to take it. But Dingle doubles down. Nope, we're at DEF-CON insanity.
Yes, he has talked internment camps. You know what, Jake? You may have to visit me in one.
I don't think Jake will have to visit you in an internment camp because you're going to be in a mental institution. During a recent rally in Baltimore, President Biden made headlines with an off-the-cuff remark about wanting to take pro-Trump comedian Tony Hinchcliffe for a swim after the comic's performance at Trump's campaign event at Madison Square Garden.
$3 billion in funding from my Inflation Reduction Act to help clean up and modernize ports in 27 different states and territories, including, yes, Puerto Rico. I'd like to take that guy for a swim out there. Anyway.
So I guess Biden didn't like Tony's Puerto Rico joke. Look, this is how it works. If you hear a joke from a comedian that you don't like, you just don't laugh. You don't resort to drowning the guy. I should know. I bomb all the time, and it's just silence. And that's the way it should be. A White House spokesman has commented on the remarks from President Biden, saying that he was not threatening to drown Tony Hinchcliffe. Biden was just threatening to baptize him. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.